Hi, good morning and welcome to this SenseItAll weekly webinar. So today's the 20th of November, it's approximately 7:15 London time, and I'm going to essentially jump straight into it. So we like to do this webinar once a week, and it's really a sort of a discussion on the SenseItAll platform. Just to say, the SenseItAll platform is heavily discussed in our workshops, so don't forget we have workshops. For example, in 2023 we have them in November in both Norway and Coventry, and also in December, both in Norway and Coventry. So don't forget, please don't forget our workshops. Also, we have these free webinars that you can attend as well. So SenseItAll is very intricately or intimately wrapped up with also Julie, our cloud data management system. So if you see a link jump up, also know that that link will be underneath this video. So we have Julie, we have SenseItAll, and we also have an application of SenseItAll which is called FoodSense, where we apply SenseItAll into the food industry. So I think it's worth taking a look at that webinar as well. So we have a SenseItAll webinar on the 13th of December. We have two of them, one in the morning, one in the afternoon. It makes great sense because people in different parts of the globe can therefore attend. So make sure that you have a look at this link. I'll put the link underneath the video, and then also sign up for this free webinar. Also, it's probably worth saying that, I mean, SenseItAll really is a platform for people doing OEM development. So they want to develop technologies, they want to take it to the market. And actually, that is the theme of our S-Cubed conference in the UK. There is an early bird registration for this, and it's on the commercialization of electrochemical assays. So it's probably worth knowing about that workshop as well. And I'll also put a link to that, not workshop, that's a conference, an expo, and I'll also put a link to that as well. We also do corporate consulting and workshops, so we also go on site with people and go to their facilities and sort of talk about electrochemistry, and also do a number of webinars a number of demos as well when we're on site. So the SenseItAll platform has this spectrochemical part, which is really looking at optical assays. It has this electrochemical part, which is really for doing sort of point of need, point of care diagnostics. And we also have this watch format or wearable format, which is electrochemical in nature, is for people who are really working on wearable sensors. Our SenseItAll, you can also find this if you take your phone and especially an Android and do a QR code on that, it will take you to the SenseItAll app. The SenseItAll app is really the glue that kind of goes between our hardware and our cloud system as well. Something else I'm going to talk about today as well is also SenseItAll, though it is a technology platform for people to develop their own, let's say, electrochemical or spectrochemical systems or wearable systems. It also has a sort of drop shipping element to it as well, that if we are your contract development or contract manufacturing partner, we can also then help you with order fulfillment with your customers as well. This is what the SenseItAll looks like. It's pretty elegant. At least this is the electrochemical platform. It's very elegant. It has these LEDs on the front that kind of tell you that it's on. The LEDs change color depending on the state of the machine. It has just only one button on it, which is on off. And we only put the on off on there just to kind of give people a sort of certainty of, people like to turn something on, let's say. In terms of the SenseItAll, the way the workflow generally works is we have sensors, so this is one of the electrochemical one, or we have optical assays, and these can talk with one of three platforms, either the electrochemical platform, either the spectrochemical platform, or either the wearable platform. And I realize I'll slightly drag myself out of the way. I mentioned the app, and that QR code that I used earlier on will jump up in a bit, but the app then what it does is on a smartphone it can make Bluetooth connection with any of these three devices. And then that app will also make connection with our cloud system called Julie. Julie has been 9 years in development since the very beginning of ZP, so it's a very matured data management system for receiving electrochemical and spectrochemical data. So this hardware these sensors talk to our hardware. The samples are detected by the hardware. The app is what tells the hardware to run, and the hardware gives the data back to the app. The app sends the data via its data plan up to Julie, or via Wi-Fi connection because the smartphone's on the Wi-Fi, up to Julie. And then Julie, we process the data and we give back a concentration. So millimole if it was glucose or lactate, Scoville heat units if it happened to be capsaicin. Oh, sorry, that's, I should say, when I say capsaicin, I should say the hotness of chilies. ppm if it's the amount of ginger in a sample, for example. Julie also has an API because we understand that people really want to, you know, add value to data, and what they're doing these days is they're kind of bringing together several sources of data, and then sort of, you know, trying to use AI to kind of make sense of that data and turn that data into information. So we do have an API protocol as well associated with Julie as well. The 3 videos here demonstrate 3 important aspects of Julie. One of them in the top left-hand corner here, really showing the hardware. It's got, this is again the electrochemical platform. It really allows you to put the sensors in really easily. It has a kind of, you can take apart the device slightly. So, you know, for example, in the food industry, if it was like milk or something like that, you were testing milk, you could take it apart because somebody had spilt it and give it a quick clean. The video in the top right hand corner, we're just showing, in fact, they're downloading the app, installing the app, then they'll log into the app, then they'll run the hardware itself. In fact, it is actually what it's going to do there. So it's it demonstrates there's nice hardware, there's a nice workflow, and then there's this nice flexibility where you can actually go from assay to assay just by the use of a QR code. But I do have a stronger slide on that, so I will use that slide now to illustrate that point. As I say, we do live webinars, so it's probably worth saying that as much as you're hearing me talk about the technology today, there is a live webinar on the 13th of December, so it's probably worth coming along to that just to get a real sense of this absolute platform. We do have a lot of sensors. These sensors can be made to work with the ZP screen printed electrode. I realize I didn't put a link in here, but this is one of the pages from our website. In fact, there is a link there, so great. You can use that to sort of track down the pre-existing sensors. Just be careful, because for every sensor that we have, every application demands its own development effort. You know, so even if I have a nitrate sensor, whether the nitrate sensor will work in rainwater is a sort of an application in itself. This is the SenseItAll app. If you've got an Android QR, you can scan that QR code, and then you'll be able to see by scanning these QR codes, you can actually change what the app is actually doing at any one time. So I hope that is useful. Now, SenseItAll is also here to solve a business challenge, let's say. So the first challenge that SenseItAll does is say, right, you've got an idea. This is an OEM solution, which means that you can use it in your products. And we kind of solve some of your development, some of your manufacturing issues. Now, what it also does is, because of ZP, it also helps you with what's called order fulfillment. So by order fulfillment, you'll started your company, you've got your first kind of, let's say, clients, which lead to actual sales. Now, in order to fulfill a sale, I mean, what Amazon does is they do drop shipping, but they're generally drop shipping other people's products. But with us, that sale, your order client can lead to instructions, and those instructions then can be to ZP saying, we need these sensors, we need this hardware, use your operations team to put them in a box, close the box, and ship it to my client. That sounds so easy to say, but people have to build entire companies in order to do this kind of work. So it really does save you money. So I think I'll finish it with a thank you there. If you've got any questions regarding SenseItAll, don't hesitate to reach out to us. Okay, thanks very much.